I don't like horror movies, but Talk to Me isn't just another horror film.
Talk to me. They like you.
Hey, I'm Mike Vince. Today's verse review is going to be about the new horror film directed by Danny and Michael Philipper, Talk to Me, the Rocka Rocka crew, yes. Now, if you don't know, these two brothers are behind the Rocka Rocka channel. They make YouTube videos, and I used to watch them all the time in middle school, and I thought their videos were awesome. Their videos had the most insane production you've seen in a YouTube video ever back then. There was no Mr. Beast, so this was something new. We never seen that back in the day. And even still, I don't know if I'm in tune with all the YouTube videos, YouTube channels, but I don't see anybody making movies like this for YouTube, ever. They were doing something that was never seen before. You can see the love and passion these brothers had for making films. From the sets, the acting, the stunts, the story that went into this, what, 5 to 10 minute YouTube videos at most? It's insane.
This one's called the Nutcracker.
First off, you want to get the zombie nice and dazed. Look, I'll take care of that.
So when I heard they were making a film, I was already interested. Then I hear the film is actually doing really good. And I watch a video of them taking the film to festivals and showing everybody, and everybody's loving it, and they get bought by A24. And all these director icons are praising the film, like Jordan Peele, Ari Aster, Stephen King even. It's crazy. So I knew when I saw this film, I was gonna see some shit. But if you know me, I'm not the biggest horror fan. I don't seek out to watch every goddamn horror movie that comes out. It's not my favorite genre. I try to see everything that comes out, so if I hear a horror movie is actually really that good, I'll go watch it. Or it's a new popular horror movie like the last Insidious. I saw that a couple weeks ago, and I hated most of it, to be honest. Not even most, I hated the film. It's one of my least favorite films of the year. I just hate it. I just hate the typical jump scare horror film. I think it's corny. It's most of the time not done well. It's not scary. It's just not for me. And also I'm a little pussy, but like, it's okay. I've still watched the movies. I'm not like, I will not watch any horror movie past 10 o'clock and like not go to sleep. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, most of these horror films never have a character that I actually care about or like even though in some cases you don't have to care or like the characters in the movie all that much to like the film. But with some horror movies, you don't like anything. For me personally, I don't like the characters. I don't like the story. It just never gets me. Maybe I'm just not seeing the right horror films. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I do like when a horror film is actually terrifying without relying on jump scares. If you're able to pull off a horror movie that's actually just terrifying in itself without relying on jump scares, you got it for me. One of my favorite, maybe not a typical horror film, maybe it's more of a thriller, is Quiet Place. I love that film to death. When I first saw it, I was on the edge of my seat. That movie has no dialogue, and the whole concept of it was unique. If one of these characters mess up, it's all over for them. I was so goddamn scared. But also, that movie is just a great movie in itself. It has great characters, great story, and it's also well directed. So, Other horror movies I like is Hereditary, It, Get Out, Nope, 28 Days Later, The Thing, Midsummer. I think all of those are great, creepy. Especially Hereditary, that creeps me the fuck out. Those films are also just great movies as well. So going into this, I was hoping for something different, something new that I haven't seen before in a horror film. And with all the praise I was hearing for this movie, I was thinking I was gonna get that. And man, did these two brothers cook. Spoilers, but Michael and Danny really took the horror genre and flipped it on his fucking head. They made it hopeless, horrible, and miserable again. I love that. I don't remember the last time I left a theater feeling shocked, violated, stunned, like it was just crazy. There's two scenes in the movie that had me like this. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I look over to my two cousins that's sitting right next to me, and they have the same exact face like this. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. The eye scene, oh my god, that was disgusting and disturbing. I couldn't believe it. That was just crazy. The craziest shit I seen in the movie this year. These two had the balls to do a scene like that, and it's also involving a kid. That makes it even worse. And the sounds of it, it was just brutal. It was brutal. So Talk to Me is about a group of friends who find a way to talk to spirits by using this cursed hand, I guess. And they become obsessed with doing this little game that they have where they touch the hand, they say talk to me, and they get possessed by spirits, And if you hold onto the hand long enough, the spirit might stay in there and won't come out. Let me just say, these group of friends are all played wonderful. I loved every single character in this movie, especially Haley and Josh. They were great together, especially Josh. Josh just looked like he was having the time of his life making this movie. But yeah, they keep playing this game to the point where it starts hunting them outside of the game. The Mia character played by Sophie Wilde is phenomenal. She does such a great job playing this character. I really wish the Oscars weren't such dickheads to horror films, because she deserves that. As of right now, she's one of my favorite performances of the year. She just does something with her eyes and the voices that she makes when she's possessed and the way she moves about. It was just amazing. Which, to the point where she goes to the emotional beats to being funny, she just pulls it all off. I hope the best for her in her career. I want to see her in more things. I hope she does movies with Jordan Peele. Everybody. She's just so damn good. Props to you, Sophie. I love everybody in the film, but Sophie is the MVP. She is amazing in this movie. Her character's mom passed away, and she starts seeing her while she's doing this game. So she becomes obsessed with talking to the hand and seeing her mom, to the point where she's seeing ghosts and spirits outside in her bed and all that, and it starts affecting her life. And let me just say, it doesn't end well, which I love. I'm so glad this film doesn't end in a heroic way, in a good note, good ending, I guess you would say. Ending is depressing and sad and hopeless, which we should see more of in horror films. And oh my god, the amount of anxiety I had watching that last 10 to 15 minutes was impalpable. Is that a word? Is that how you say it? I don't know. It was insane. I was on the edge of my seat like this, watching that last 10 to 15 minutes. I couldn't believe I was seeing it. It's brilliant. It's probably one of the best endings to a film I've seen this year, maybe in recent memory. I'm kind of mad I predicted the ending with Mia's character. You see, in the beginning of middle of the movie, I don't remember exactly where it was, Mia says she has this recurring dream where she looks in the mirror and she doesn't see herself, which is terrifying in itself. And once I heard that, I was like, yep, that's the ending right there. It's gonna end for her doing that, and she's not gonna see herself. That's the ending, and that's what exactly happened. Which is fine. Which is fine. I shouldn't have thought too much. I should have just kept watching, but you know, it didn't mess up anything for me. The ending's still brilliant. But she has to save her best friend Riley, and get the spirit out of him, put him out of his misery, kill him. Maybe that's the only way she thinks is good to end it. And then you see the goddamn kangaroo from the beginning that was in pain, dying, and she didn't want to put it out of his misery. And it's the exact same thing that happened with Riley. She thinks the only way to stop it is to kill him, put him out of his misery. It's just so good. It's so good. The writing is so damn good in this horror movie. I wish more horror movies had that. I know people just like to have fun and get scared, but god damn it, this is good. This is just good goddamn filmmaking. I should have seen that coming too. Once I saw the kangaroo, I couldn't believe it. And also, this film is just a great depiction of grief and addiction, especially. We see that with Mia's character. It's so damn good. You see the effects of it. You even see her annoying her dad throughout the entire movie. But in the end, she's reaching out for her dad. She wants to talk to her dad, and she can't. She's stuck. She's in the mirror. Whatever, she's dead. She can't talk to him. It's so good. It's so damn good. They really show these themes about addiction and grief really damn well. They pulled it off. They pulled everything off in this movie. These brothers really did it. The passion they have for filmmaking and storytelling is felt throughout this whole movie. I told you guys in the beginning, it's felt in the YouTube video, so it's definitely felt here. And the craziest thing about it is that they didn't change. They didn't change to make a movie. They just made a movie. And I love that. If you watch their YouTube videos, you actually see everything they do in the YouTube video, but in a movie, in a theater. It's insane. From the disgusting and crazy and goofy sound effects, the pillow. There's a scene where somebody gets hit with a pillow, and it's just the most absurd sound. It doesn't sound like a pillow, and it's goofy, but it works. It's amazing. And that scene where I talked about with Riley slamming his head, that's literally out of a YouTube video that they did. That's the sound. That's the same thing. It's crazy. I can't believe they actually pulled off just making a movie and not listening to anybody else taking it. Like, they just made their vision and that's it. I think that's just awesome. This movie didn't feel like a typical horror film. It felt new and fresh and different. The best way to put it is that they made a movie for YouTube, and that's not in a bad way at all. They just made a movie for YouTube. They didn't change anything. They just made what they wanted to make. That's really inspiring to see what they came from making those videos on YouTube to now this. I applaud anybody that's from YouTube and then goes to their dreams to make a movie, and they're gonna work on a Street Fighter movie. There's a sequel, Green Light for Talk to Me. I'm gonna be seated for every one of those movies. Everything they do, I love these two guys, and yeah, this movie's great. So yeah, go see Talk to Me. Coming from a guy that doesn't like horror movies, I highly recommend it. Talk to Me isn't just another horror movie. It flips the genre on its head and pulls up something new with great characters and great story, and with two brothers who at the end of the day just wanted to make movies. 4.5 stars, 9.5 out of 10. Go see Talk to Me. Mike Verse, out of here.